A little bit controversial here, but screw it. Gotta speak from what I feel on this. From what I have observed working for years as a physiotherapist within the medical system, and from all the different books I've read on it and the different people and scenarios that I've heard going through it, it's my absolute conviction and belief that the modern medical system just really does not want people to be better, to be thriving, healthy human beings, lighting up the planet with vitality and love. You can't make money from people who are full of vitality and love. It's that simple. It's not being cynical, it's actually just looking at the facts of the matter. I mean, never before has there been such high levels of chronic disease across pretty much all the different major complaints, cardiorespiratory, neurological, just musculoskeletal pain, etc, etc, etc. They're all at massive levels, epidemic levels in nearly every single region of them, and yet we supposedly are at the point in evolution, in technological advancement. We've never seen such advanced technologies available to us, such an amount of in-depth knowledge about what happens to our bodies in disease states. But it's not having an effect. And indeed, many, many different interventions are mainly just to put a band-aid on the situation, to give a little bit of symptom relief, where a person goes, oh yeah, maybe this medicine, this intervention does the job for me. But then the issue comes up again. Same sort of intervention, symptoms away, issue comes up again. So people get this sort of an experience of the intervention sort of works, but it never goes fully away. But we've been sort of brought into this system that we are so reliant upon the system that we don't know how to heal ourselves. And yet, here is the major clanger. Hippocrates, the so-called often lauded father of modern medicine, what was his key teaching on medicine to all the doctors that he was training? The central teaching was, and you can quote him on this, the true healers of disease are the forces within, the forces naturally within the body. I mean, the word disease itself comes from dis-ease, a lack of ease in the body. And where does a lack of ease come into the body? It comes through the mind. When the mind is dominated with worry, with anxiety, with a way of thinking that is just creating dis-ease in the body progressively over time, when we're stressing ourselves with lack of sleep, with poor diet, with overworking hours, 40 hours per week, 50 hours per week, we don't need to be working those hours. There's with constant mental, cognitive engagement, physical engagement in it, it's driving our bodies, our minds into dis-ease. The amount of social media that's bombarding us with bad, negative news on the planet, that's stressing us even more. There's propaganda controlling all of what we are being exposed to. I mean, of course, we're just a walking society full of dis-ease. So the symptoms come, the symptoms go. Symptoms come, symptoms go. But underneath it all, the vast majority of people are walking around in a state of dis-ease. People sort of stress and tiredness and fatigue, and there's just this background anxiety. It has just supposedly become part of the norm of modern life. But when that's part of the norm and your unquestioned norm in your life, you're a ticking time bomb. At some point, disease is going to come in. So, I'm here for you. I'm here for you that's taking the time to look at this video. Maybe you know this already. Maybe you're putting it into full practice already. Maybe this is a shock to your system. Whatever it is, all I can say is, from my own observation, from my own practice working within the healthcare system, is you absolutely must go with Hippocrates' sort of version of it, which is the true healers of disease are the forces within. And focus your mind, your heart, your soul, your body, everything in your life on helping yourself turn up in a more vitalized way, so that your body is naturally dis-ease free. It's just at its easeful best state of being. This is possible. It's not common. Don't look for everybody at work to sort of to mirror back some version of brilliance on this. It's not going to be out there. You've got to lead in this. You've got to lead in your family. You've got to lead in your workplace. You've got to lead in your club, in your society, whatever it is, in your company. You've got to lead in this. You've got to take a stance as a leader and say, hey, I'm going to start investigating all the ways that I can get my power within. The true healers of my disease are my powers within. You don't even have to heal the disease. You can just prevent it to start with in the first place by optimizing your sleep, optimizing your diet, optimizing your exercise, optimizing your mind. How are you engaging with life? There's great studies there recently which was sort of attacking this whole point of, stress reduction. Stress isn't necessarily the cause of disease. It's actually how we approach stress. If we approach stress as a challenge, well, then we get empowered by it and we don't get taken down by it. But if we approach stressful situations as something that's a threat, then the disease really hits home. This has been scientifically proven. So I don't have the full time to go into this, and it's not the point of this video into all the different key components that contribute to disease. But, it's like when you have the principle, if you have a principle, a key principle at the core of how you are approaching your health, and if you allow that key principle, that key concept, that key paradigm the lens through which you look at your health and the health of your family, and you have that as, well, I have the power within me to be healthy, to prevent disease. And if I do happen to, if a disease, if an illness happens within my body, my first protocol, second protocol, third protocol, until I get it sorted, is going to be, how can I actually overcome this myself as much as possible? I'm not saying that surgery isn't necessary sometimes. I'm not saying that the odd time, medication can't help you out temporarily. I'm not saying, it's not to get extremist on it, but it has its place, and it should be a minimal place. It should be the last protocol. Because, your body, your mind acting together in alignment with you turning up, having aligned your life to live a healthy, thriving life, there's going to be very few times that, honestly, your body will ever have an infection, have a disease. Our bodies are so powerfully built not to go to disease. But we've just got to be aware. So, align your life. Unlock the forces within you. Only put yourself in front of experiences, in front of people, in front of teachers, in front of whatever it is that makes you feel alive, feel healthy, feel thriving, feel powerful. And you know what? Your immune system is going to act in kind and say, hey, you're feeling unstoppable? Well, we're going to back you up, and you are unstoppable. Guys, love you lots. Chat to you soon. Bye-bye.